What's up, YouTube? Shadow King 419 here with another epically awesome video. And as you can tell from the title of this video, I recently did something very impossible. Now, earlier today I posted the same video, but I found out that the volume on DevPro was up so high that you could not hear me speak at all. So I'm gonna re-record it and try to get about the same content. So sorry about that. I'll probably leave both up because I'm lazy and, you know, that's it. I'm lazy. But in any case, without further ado, let's get started with this deck profile, or not deck profile, let's get started with this replay here. I'm going to pause at certain points, but yeah. So, okay, most of this is done with this first hand we have here. This is, of course, my ZW deck. Now, at first I was kind of nervous, and then I drew this, and I was like, oh, baby. And as you'll see in a second, I entirely troll this guy. And he's a very good E-Dragons player, too, by the way. He went through everything in order to try to beat me, as you'll see in a minute. But, you know, I summoned my Goblinberg to summon Neo Magic Swordsman, overlay to Utopia, and then equip him with both of these ZWs. Now, this makes Utopia near invincible. Alright, so right now, I have number 39 Utopia, who has 2 negates, 2 attack negations because of his own effect. He has 5,000 attack, so double his normal. He cannot be targeted by card effects. These 2 cards cannot be destroyed or targeted or anything, period, by my opponent's stuff, so only by my own crap. Should he, by any chance, be destroyed, I can just destroy one of these instead. So, in essence, right now, the only thing that can destroy him is a non-targeting card, like, let's say, Dark Hole. But even if that were to happen, I would just use one of these to save him, basically. So, in all honesty, there isn't anything that can destroy him aside from getting destroyed by battle. And, should he to actually summon something that can destroy it by battle, I would just negate the attack until I manage to beef him up even more by drawing another ZW card. So now it's his turn. He does it really good. He had no idea, so he tried to use Heavy Storm to destroy these guys, and he didn't know that it didn't work, so he was like in the chat like, what's going on? And yeah. So then he gets these guys out, he overlays for a Draco Sack, gets out his tokens, you know, yada yada, I really don't care. He tries to use it to destroy that, and then again he's like, what the crap, dude? Because I guess he's never really had to deal with this deck before. This proves that this deck is really OP. Now, I use a Monster Reborn, bring back his monster, just so I can deal him with even more damage. I think I just dealt him with, I think, 26. So, that's nice, that's nice. And then I sacrificed it so that way, you know, nothing, I didn't have it, basically, so. Then he destroys it, because I knew that was going to happen. That's alright, though. I don't mind at all. He starts, you know, going on and trying to do something to save himself. He does something here in a second in an attempt to defeat me, but Big Eye won't work either. Or, no, Big Eye actually wouldn't work because it would target. So, but just in case I destroyed it, in case I tried to summon something else, and then he would take it over with Big Eye. So, but luckily enough, none of that happened because I destroyed it early. Next, he actually tries something interesting that actually could have possibly worked had he, you know, had he rolled a 7. But he sadly did not. And he tries again on Draco Sack, and then this time I explain to him why it doesn't work, and he's like all mad. He is so salty at this point. So now he's backed up into a corner. He realizes that he has nothing he can do, and he scoops here in a second. But yeah, he realizes right about here that he has absolutely nothing in his deck that can save him aside from a Dark Hole. I think that's what he was trying to do, is hoping that he could somehow bait out a Dark Hole out of his deck, but he wasn't able to and had to scrap. So yeah, this clearly proves that Utopia is broken as hell. It is OP and no one should fuck with it. Basically, this card is by all means, or this deck is by all means amazing. I mean, you just saw it whip the greatest deck of the format. And it's all due to 4 basic cards. You know, Goblinberg plus any level 4 monster, and these 2, basically, are the 4 cards you need to do this. Also, you could get a Summoner Monk and any kind of spell. You could get any... Basically, what you need to do is have these 2 cards, and then a way to get out Utopia. And this isn't even the most OP that this has been. I have had moments where I will have gotten this in hand as well. Instead of, like, Monster Reborn, I would have had this. So I would actually, instead of going for Utopia, go for Utopia Ray Victory. So then I'm just dealing him with, like, 52 or 53,000 every turn because I'm detaching. And then Utopia Ray Victory has, like, 4 attachments onto him. So I can do that quite a bit, enough to where they have no chance of victory. So that in itself is extremely good. This deck is broken. I honestly can't wait for Utopia Ray Victory to come out so that in English, so that way that I can actually 100% complete this deck in real life. I'm actually about to do an in real life deck profile of near completed version of this deck. You know, it's missing just a few things. All I'm waiting for to do that deck profile is a few things to come up from eBay. But once those get here, I will be doing a deck profile of this. So, yeah, expect that in the near future. It's going to be pretty badass. But this deck alone is really good. Once you get this Utopia with those 2 equipped onto it on the field, you pretty much win. Your opponent has nothing left they can do. But, you know, like, just pray they can draw something good. And really, nothing they can draw will work. Honestly, like, I have yet to be... If I have this on the field, I have yet to be beaten with this on the field. So, this deck could very well see some play. This deck could very well end up being one of the best decks of the format. This deck could actually very well end up being better than... I wouldn't say better because it has less consistency than the others, but when it gets good, it gets unbeatably good. So, I could see this deck topping a few ICSs. I could see this deck actually being something that's scary to E-Dragon players and the other, you know, big 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see them being fearful of seeing this. I could see this actually being the 4th big deck of the format. And that would make a lot of sense, actually, because like I said, this deck is broken. This deck is very broken. Utopia with Lightning Blade and Tornado Bringer equipped to it is the most OP card in existence. I mean, this thing blows you know, BLS out of the water because it's unbeatable. It's literally unstoppable. Even the guy I was playing against, eventually he was like, dude, it's unbeatable, what the crap? And I mean, he was mad because he was not gonna win, and that sucks to have basically one of the best decks in the format and just get beat by something that right now is basically rogue, but that I hope eventually evolves into something really good. So, yeah, you guys should try to test this out. Like I said, I'll have an in real life deck profile of something very similar to this build very soon up on my channel here in the next couple of weeks or so. Maybe in a month, I don't know, it just depends on when I get all the stuff for it, which shouldn't take too long. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because any feedback you guys give me is always appreciated. I've got more stuff coming out soon. I've got to get a new tripod and a new SD card for my camera, because they haven't been cooperating lately, and I also have to get a new transfer cable for my camera, because I don't like just transferring it through the SD card because my computer gets extremely warm. I need to get a new computer, so I'm afraid it's going to cook the SD card. So yeah. Anyway, but keep an eye out for that, because that might happen sooner than I think. It just all depends on money. So, but yeah, guys, just thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch you guys later. Try this deck out. It's awesome. Later.